Alright, chat. Today's the day we've been waiting for. Brought to you by the studio that gave you Mechanist in End of Dragons, Spectre, and Bladesworn. Oh man, I'm excited. We're gonna switch over to this because we are currently in patch waiting room just for a few minutes, but it should be dropping any minute now. Yeah, sorry that the patch didn't come out yesterday. It also shunted my work schedule, but we're gonna get here, and I'm excited. So hopefully we can do what I loathe to do on the internet, and that's react live. Oh my gosh, an homage right away. The man, the myth, the legend. Hello, sir. How are you? I don't know if I'm ready. I'm scared. I'm scared. Let's see if there are patch notes for this nonsense. We'll see. Well, there's 2 forums. See if those will crash right off the bat. Oh man, yeah. If you didn't know, the patch got pushed to today because they had some hardware stuff happen yesterday. Balance update preview. I don't think that's... Nope, this is 12 hours ago. This is 12 hours ago. No, maybe that was just commented on 12 hours ago. Alright. Chill, guys, chill. Let's see if we got an update here yet. I'm like, yeah, chomping at the bit here. Very apprehensive. Very don't know what I'm gonna think. Again, people keep coming in and asking, like, what are my opinions on the updates? And we really don't know. We really have no idea whether or not they're going to be good, whether or not they're going to be bad. I think if the numbers are the same as they are on live right now, support is going to be hideously overpowered just because sharing 800 barrier a second seems kind of idiotic, but we will see here. Oh, we're downloading. We are downloading in the background. Oh my gosh, chat. It's gonna be something. And I do want to say thank you to everybody who's like stuck with us on this journey genuinely for the past 5 years. I thought about doing an entire separate video on this, but I cannot overemphasize. I mean, it's easy to say hindsight now with 2020, oh, there were changes, they happened, haha, I was right. But like, calm, constructive feedback is gonna catch way more devs than just like dumping vitriol onto the forums 24/7, and that's something I had to learn too the hard way. Like, it's not easy to not have visceral emotion reactions all the time, especially when your class really isn't given the time of, you know, the treatment you think it should be. But it's been a journey for sure, and I think both us and the devs maybe hopefully have had to learn how to take feedback and give feedback in more ways than one. But I do want to give ArenaNet credit for listening a lot better than they have definitely in the past. And again, easy to say now, but words are easy and work's hard. And sometimes when you're changing 20 skills like it seems like they are on the class, it takes time. Hey, dumb. Hey, Dobius, how are you? Vids. Sorry, didn't mean to call you dumb. If anything, I'm dumb for keeping at this for 5 years. Alright, specializations are missing. Chat, am I stupid? Where's this balance preview? Where are the notes? Give me notes. Give pseudo notes. Balance update preview. Am I stupid? Don't worry, dumb is what my IRL friends call me too, if I had any. Alright, screw the notes. We're going into this game. We're going into this game. Oh man. We are loading the Guild Wars. Chat, I'm scared. I'm scared of what I'm gonna see. Calling me now on my private line? Joke's on you, I don't have a phone. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a new icon. That's a lot of damage. I think it retained all of its damage. I want to see the animation. I gotta see the animation first, chat. We gotta go in order. We can't rush this. Hang on. I'm so scared here. All right. It's not as stupid as I thought it would be. You still go into the crouch stance, all right. The gun saber is huge. I'll say that much. Oh, it's a targeted reticle. That's a weird way of doing that. Why didn't they do it as a Greatsword 3? Because that is definitely not the max range of that. Like, if I use... This is snap to max range right now. Look, there's already another guy. He already knows. That is a very odd animation for sure, but it's not as silly. I thought they would be crouched a little bit more. I can't spin it without her changing her, like, eye line. Okay, that still auto tracks. My real question was, does the, what's it called, the number 1 skill still auto track? One guy, 2 seconds in, this guy's like, how is it? It's badass. He doesn't even know it changed. Bro, I'm 1 minute into this patch and we don't even know what's changed, dog. People just want to play this, like, so badly. Okay, that still seems to auto track as well. That seemed bigger. Wow, it does not fit on the page. Holy crap. That's crazy. This is the weirdest way to do it. This also does not snap to target, by the way, guys. Which I was wondering if it was going to be something they did. That's definitely a new animation for sure on the dragon trigger, by the way. That is a new yellow. Take it from somebody who's labbed this shit nonstop for 5 years. That is a new yellow. All right, see how many Bladesworns we got logging in. We already have 4 just chilling here, guys. All right, I'm scared. I'm scared, chat. So this is going to be effectively your power trait now. They didn't seem to change the damage. That's weird. I expected them to add a little damage to Unseen Sword. I'm going to back up all my builds real quick. Just 1 sec, guys. I want to... There's 2 builds, just even if we're just going by, like, where the traits are, there's just 2 builds I don't want to lose. Hang on 1 sec. What's this one? Miss Stranger. Okay, we'll paste over that for now. And then there was another one. I'm glad I remembered to do this. I think this was it. So 2 and 3 are in the right spots. Okay. And then we can just clear, like, everything else in the game. Okay. Time to destroy all the last work I've been putting in for the last 5 years. Wano arc starts now. Why does that give might? Okay, so it goes power support. This is weird that it still goes in that order. I'm really curious to know if Daring Dragon's still the Alacrity trait in PvE. Anyway. Alright, so Unseen Sword's still your power trait. Sharp as the wind. Load gun saber with ammunition. Inflicts damaging conditions. And this is 0 Condi damage, obviously, because we haven't been building with that, because it didn't exist. These cooldowns on this trait. That's weird that... Unseen Sword... Wait. Okay, so they still have 4-second cooldowns. The top part didn't have a cooldown. Threw me off. Nearby enemies gain increased flow rate. So it's always just gain increased flow rate now. Okay. So you do 1 stack of burning when you weapon swap. You do some damage when you weapon swap. Or you grant 2 might when you weapon swap. The might on that's really long. I do have 100% boon duration on this build right now, by the way. So that's 8 seconds base in World vs. World. Unshakable Mountain got nerfed. Okay. I'm real curious. I like how they didn't even have to change it. Like, people have no idea what the fuck they changed on this class. Chat. And people are already like, it's badass. Like, they just changed one that people want to play this class so fucking bad, dude. I'm telling you. They still didn't fix the UI. That's a good sign. Okay. So before Unshakable Mountain only gave barrier up to 4 charges. I want to see... Now it just gives barrier whenever you convert a charge, which is really interesting. Unshakable Mountain no longer has a charge limit on it. So maximum, you're going to be able to get 5,000, share 5,000 barrier to allies. That's going to be mega stupid. I'm telling you, man, everyone's excited for Condi like Burnsworn. The one that's going to be OP in PvP is going to be support. This trait is going to make it mega dumb. So, why did I only convert... Why did I get 2,000 barrier with... Okay. They could get better at writing tooltips, for sure, because I think this still has a charge limit on it. Alacrity is still on Daring Dragon. Interesting. Okay. That's really silly. Again, in case you guys didn't know, chat, partners did not get a kind of preview, so we have not been able to give feedback either, and I was really tempted to ask for it, but I kind of wanted to be surprised with the rest of the class. It seems to be... It goes up to 2,000. But, like, in the weirdest way. I'm not going to spend all time staring at my skill bar. It seems to be every... So it's every 10 flow you get 500 barrier, just like it says on the tin. And each... No, it's definitely not that. Because you only get 2,000. I don't know. I don't know how this trait works. I think it's still only 4 charges, if I had to guess. Condi Bladesworn, just what you always wanted. Fucking oh my god. Alright. Alright, let's move on, chat. Bonus condition damage now, which is great. Lush Forest's still in the game. This is still really weird. Whatever we're here now. Dragon Slash has a lower maximum charge level and converts more flow per charge. Its effectiveness charge is increased. So this is the same. At least it reads the same. But the real question is this trait, right? Because if we mouse over our skills right now... So if this is the big change, right, chat? Whenever you slot in a different trait, you can kind of see, like, if the actual skills... Like, this is effectively equipping a different kit on your bar. It's like swapping in a different engineer kit, right? I'm actually really curious if I just go, like... If I just go Bladesworn and then I equip one of these traits, it actually also changes the kit modifiers. So I want to see something real quick here. If these are actually different. Because there used to be this old thing with Willbender. Sorry, you can't see what's going on. There used to be this old thing with Willbender where you could take, like, no first or minor trait, and it would actually be better because all the traits on Willbender were terrible. Like, they made you... Oh, we're testing everything, Dracolich. This is not just Condi. Like, I have a Condi build ready to go, but we're testing... This is the fucking 16-hour stream. Strap in, guys. Hey, and you wouldn't know what's up. You see the sword icon change? Yeah, the sword. There's a different F1 sword icon, I'm sure, as well, for regular warrior, but we don't care about that. I guess you could see here, Bloodthirster. Mouse over that for the 3 people interested in it. Hey, it's progress. This is kind of something I suggested as well. I wanted it as a trait, but here we are. Progress is progress. So if you go into Gunsaber, right? I'm gonna restart this mix so it doesn't, like, endlessly loop. If you go into Gunsaber and we mouse over these skills, I kind of, like, am gonna have to rewatch my stream back because I'm really curious to see if you just swap in this, if they actually change. I don't think they do. I think Unseen Sword, for whatever reason, just equips like a new version of the same kit. We'll do the support one first, because this is the one I'm actually really interested in. I literally can't see. Okay, there we go. There's regen on Bladesworn, chat. It's a real support spec for PvE. I'm not memeing. This is the one thing it was missing. I was so tempted to blow up their DMs and be like, dude, I know I don't want to be that guy, but if you're gonna do one thing to it, please, dear God, unless this gives another boon in PvE, which would be immensely funny, but if there's one thing you need to do, you need to give it regen in PvE, because Bladesworn right now, if you didn't know, like if you equip a staff, all of Warrior's regen is on the F1 skill, the burst skill, and it literally needs to sacrifice a banner slot in order to be able to give regen. So, like, support Bladesworn was never really a true thing in PvE, right? This fixes that. This is great. Evoker finally got a nerf. All right, we'll go through the notes. We'll get there. Okay. Artillery slash no longer does mega damage. It now... Assume all your charges launch a single self-mirror sword that explodes on the ground, damaging enemies and leaving a rejuvenating mist in the area. Healing in the area of effect increases based on the charges consumed. So it still only has 2 charges. The real question is, did they unfuck this not working with Lush Forest? That was really fast, by the way. I want to see something with numbers on it. Oh, it's a targeted skill. No, artillery slash still does not work with Lush Forest, team. Jesus Christ. I think we just got a Bladesworn buff and they didn't fix any of the bugs, chat. Oh my god. I hope I'm wrong. Oh, thank you, Kate. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Kate. Welcome in. Oh my gosh. And guys, I have been dreaming. This is not me unhappy. I have been dreaming of this day, trying to give them feedback on this for 5 years. I am so stoked to get anything, man. Like, holy crap. That's very funny that seemingly this still does not work with Lush Forest. Yeah, because you can see it jump there. Artillery slash still does not work with Lush Forest in World versus World. Jesus. Okay. Let's move on. Calm down, chat. This one's a healing. That's weird. I still don't think that Radius is a really good way to scale that, but... And it's not a field. It'd be nice if it gave like a water field or a light field or something, considering we already have light fields theoretically somewhere. More healing. Self-healing. Allied healing. Remove conditions for each enemy struck. Does it remove conditions from allies, presumably? Yeah, and fires a shot at allies that removes conditions. How weird. This is going to be useless in Zergs because it's still a projectile, right? Yeah, look, it's got a new animation for it and it fires at allies. That's interesting. Kind of useless in Zergs. I wish you could customize these skills individually, but that'd be super OP. Patches out, Smooth Pineapples. Oh my god, go grab it. They managed to get it out on time today. Credit to ArenaNet. I think it was a smart decision to push it by a day, even though it screwed my sleep schedule. Lunge forward explosive force, granting boons and super speed to allies. Good amount of super speed, 3 seconds on 2 charges. Theoretically 3 charges with this nonsense. So this is going to be the real question, right? Like, how the fuck do we screenshot this? Because that is currently off the page. Heals. Reach now dazes with the what's it called? It's still unblockable for some reason. Can I scroll through these? Can I do the thing where I like right click? No, I can't. I'm gonna have to make my game bigger, chat. How do I see the top tooltip? Don't know yet. We just loaded in. We'll go through everything in due time, guys. I got a whole patch note video and everything to get through. Gonna be a day. This is literally the largest patch we've ever gotten, chat. This is a dream for a balance crafter, but it's also a lot. Okay, so far, Dragon Trigger heals allies. Don't know what this does. Because I can't read it. I think that's also bugged where it shouldn't show like everything, but it does. And then this is now your CC skill. Did these do anything special? No, they don't. Okay. Okay, we got some sauce, mostly healing. It's still mega super weird that they want support Bladesworn to be a thing. To me, like, don't know why. Here we are. I want to see something real quick, chat. Hang on. What are these numbers? Quite a lot. Just base. And then if you slot in during Dragon, it flips over again. Okay, so completely... So far, what we've gotten is 15 new skills on the Gun Saber, and presumably 9 new skills, 9 in quotes, 9 new skills, really 6, on the Dragon Triggers as well. So this is not an actual small number of changes for Warrior. Not actually... Yeah, that's a new projectile, by the way. Not actually a small number. There we go. Burst start and applying boons. End of Dragon Trigger. That consumes all increase the number of boons. How many boons is this? That was 20 might. That doesn't math at all. 10 plus what? That said 3? I don't fucking know. That was weird. Why was that 20 might? I am so fucking confused. What multiple of 10 is, or what multiple of 3 is 10, chat? What is going on? Whatever. If Bladesworn was already confusing to people, this is not helping, man. Just saying. Oh my god, the stupid little Shasha is still there. Alright, whatever, we'll take it. Alright. One more thing I want to test, and then we'll look at the Condi stuff. Calm down, chat. Nobody riot yet. What relic do I have on? I have Rivers. Alright, so the real question is... Because that tooltip is still borked. Hang on, I'm gonna give myself the maximum just for lulz. There's so much testing, dude. So much testing to be done. Glad I got some of the other classes out of my system, man. That seems to go less far. Alright, let's swap a little bit. So it's only when you swap to Gun Saber, not when you weapon swap now. Because before Unseen Sword was just whenever you weapon swap. Now it's only swapping to Gun Saber. That's interesting. I'm worried that Condi is going to be the only way to play this. I mean, what's it called? Dragon Hunter got some decent buffs in PvP for Guardian. So this might is just from this, so I'm going to let this fall, well, theoretically I'm going to let this fall off because Dragon Trigger lasts for 30 seconds. Because we still have the support trade on right now. I am so fucking confused. Chat, how do you multiply 3 and get 20? Like, it says 3, right? There's no way that doesn't mean 2. Like, I know it means 2, because clearly the only way math works out is if this means 2 might per charge. But it's not 2, so... What's going on? Like... And now it's just not working? Alright, whatever. I give up. I give up, chat. Let's go to the Condi trait. Ugh. This is so hype. That's a weird animation. Hang on. My controller fell asleep while we... Nope, Microsoft's dongle failed while we were testing everything. Thank you, Microsoft. Alright. This trait's gonna be so broke. I guess if it caps out at 4, it's not that broken. This is such a vague fucking tooltip, dude. Alright. Shut up. I'll put it on in a second. If you guys have any questions, like if you're stuck at work as well for stuff, we can put it in the queue for me to test. Yeah, this is a new animation for what it's worth. For all of this nonsense, at least on the support version. That comes out faster. That definitely says 3. Maybe it's counting reckless impact for some reason, because it also says endurance restored? That definitely says 3. Whatever. We're here now. The real question is, can you stop Dragon Slash short? Can you go not the full distance with the 2 now? Can I just... Yeah, you can just... Why would you ever want to do that? That's weird. So I guess if you want to just like move a little bit and not spend the entire time casting it, that's kind of... I kind of like that, actually. Because it stops immediately. Okay, solid change, ArenaNet. I approve. It's not just Greatsword 3, guys. It's like actually better. They kind of thought about that, where you can go like the maximum distance for this, or you can stop it short and turn around. Yeah, not decap the node. That's kind of good. And just like get over to him. I still really hope they move the hitbox back to what it was pre-delay, where you didn't have like the last 20 range of your animation. But that's kind of sick. That is also absolutely a new animation. I wonder if that's a full circle now, because in case you guys didn't know, Dragon Slash Force, the first one, didn't actually hit behind you. It was, which I kind of like. That's also a new animation. I don't know if I like these new like hyper yellow animations. Dragon Slash Force doesn't hit behind you, or didn't hit behind you, where it was like a 300 range, not a 360 radius. So I kind of like that, and I kind of didn't. Hopefully you just can't jump over it anymore. Will blinking while walking break you out of Dragon Trigger? I doubt it. That would seem really stupid. Nope. The real question is, can you like look behind you and do nonsense like this? You can. Oh my god. People who are good at this class, like not me, people who are good at this class, like Revenant players, are gonna have a field day on this with the look behind you nonsense. All right, I want to just like lab some of my combos, see how they go. That's a really weird animation on the 3. It's just like, ugh! Like you headbutt the dude. I mean, you always kind of had emergency ports, but yeah. The cool thing about Lush Forest that, like, this is why I tell people who, like, don't like Bladesworn. Oh, it's bugged. That's why. They gotta fix this. Like, see how I have 2 of them? You can't really, like, I can't spin my camera. Can I, is it, like, left control or something? No, I have the mouse button thing. But you can see, she has 2 gun sabers. It's the pre-release bug where they couldn't get the gun saber model to line up with the sheath. So it looks extra goofy now. Hopefully they fix that. We'll see. The UI is still bugged. It's probably on their to-do list. Hello, Fang. How are you? All right, chat. We'll do it. We'll do it. This trait still sucks butt. It just sucks less butt now. Maybe it'll suck less butt in PvP. I don't know. Because again, I have 100% boon duration on it, so it's not going to give you that much protection, but maybe it'll work with this. The real question... I gotta stop baiting chat. I'm gonna put on the Condi trait in a second. The real question is this shit. Armament, your explosion attacks deal more damage and inflict burning. Okay, so in the preview, they were only going to inflict burning. Now they deal more damage and inflict burning. Where's my stun break relic, ArenaNet? PvE would work the same. You would just take all the, like, this trait, and this trait. Support, bang, bang. Because this is still the Alacrity trait, apparently. The burning lasts longer if you supercharge it. This is horrifying, guys. I want to show you something. Or I want to just test something with overcharged cartridges here. So, like, if we overcharge, right, is it all the hits of the 2? Yes, it's all the hits of the 2. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I have no condition damage on. This is instantly a problem. Instantly a problem. Sup, Daikaru? How are you? Thank you for coming. I want to give a special shout out to Daikaru because he's literally the guy who showed up. One of, if not my first viewer, who like showed up regularly and just talked with me about nothing about balance and stuff while I was like labbing the stuff. And he's been on the entire Bladesworn journey along with Kashima. So thank you, dude. What's up, man? This is a problem, right? Because in case you didn't know, I mean, it's cool, but all of your shit, like the last hit is an explosion, this does 3 explosions, this does an explosion, this does an explosion, this does an explosion, this does 6 explosions and can be reloaded twice from this. That's like 40 stacks of burning, chat. This now has 3 charges because you're never going to double push it in PvP. You're never going to double push this because all it really does is increase your damage by 10% and increase the burning duration up to 6 seconds. And that's without condition duration. This is going to get nerfed to like 1 second of burning in PvP in World vs. World. If they care, maybe it's just the new OP skill on Bladesworn. The problem is, I guess maybe that makes this less OP, right? Is you have to figure out a way to run this with 2 fucking stun breaks on your bar, which means you need to either, because you need a minimum of 2. You need to either give up Bull's Charge or you need to give up a stun break, and playing with 1 stun break is really effing hard. Really effing hard. It feels weird. Well, I had that thought too. We'll get used to it. I mean, 5 years of muscle memory. I already had to readapt once when they got rid of Daring Dragon. We'll have to readapt again. I had that crisis of conscience yesterday while I was falling asleep. All right, burning trait time, chat. Ammunition inflicts damaging conditions. All right, let's go. Nearby enemies and gain increased blow rate. The real question is, does that trigger full counter? Boom. In combat. 4 stacks? ArenaNet, 4 stacks for maximum charge? Come on now. Is it at range? Is this still unblockable? Let me use my shit. That's still unblockable and does burning. Oh my god. Because this trait, if you guys didn't know, this was my first question. The reason Bladesworn kind of doesn't work, right, chat, in a design sense, is a lot of the tools it has are redundant. Like, this makes your stuff unblockable, but the Dragon Trigger 3 is unblockable by default. It doesn't ignore blindness, but it's unblockable by default. Like, I do not have the unblockable trait on, and this says unblockable on it. That just doing 4 unblockable burning feels very strong, but burning has counterplay to it, like you can cleanse it very easily. So, Interesting. You're definitely gonna want like arms or something for cover Condi if you're playing, you know, Burnsworn now. All right, let's go through the skills. Let's go through the skills. See what we got here. We have bleeding on the auto. It looks like 1-1-2. Converting gives regen. At least it doesn't give Aegis. So 1-1. It's long duration burning. Can you still do that? I'm gonna cry. Chat. Chat. They did it. Chat. This was like a long shot. This is one of those magic eye puzzles. Chat, what's different? It colors your gun saber. The minor traits fucking customize your gun saber. I'm gonna fucking cry, dude. Is that one like a different? It is a different yellow. That's why they were super yellow. So the power version looks the same as it always does. The Condi version is red, so it has fucking counterplay. It has counterplay in the game, chat. This is what I wanted. Thank you, ArenaNet, for listening. Holy fuck. And the support version is like super duper ultra omega white yellow for some reason. Oh my god. Hang on, I'll take off the purple infusion so you can see this a little better. I'll also take off Akasa, apparently, sorry. Oh my god, chat. I'm gonna fucking cry. I'm not memeing. Like, this has been 5 years of my life, and it's such a minor thing. But like, Jesus fucking Christ, thank you. Like, thank you for putting in the extra effort. If we're gonna take unbugging the UI or coloring the goddamn motherfucking gun saber that takes the place of all the legendary weapons you farm, I'll take this any day, dude. The red trail looks so badass, too. It's such a, like, 2012 graphic, but it looks so good. Holy fuck. I'm gonna lose it. Do I have the gamer towel? I'm gonna literally cry on stream. It colors Dragon Slash 2. Oh my god. This is so good, guys. Like, I'm sure I'll hate this in 5 minutes, but like, not really. But like, this is so good. Look at the projectiles being different too. There's motherfucking counterplay in the game now. That one's still the same. That's weird. God, you can be Dante. You can be Dante. Do we have the notes? Someone might want to throw them in chat. I can't look at the notes right now. We'll go through them. I'm sure they're like 18 pages. I looked for them when we started, but they weren't out yet. Yeah, you can move well. I mean, Bingley, did you not watch the patch preview? Come on, man. Get good. All right, chat. Let's go through the skills. Let's go through the skills. Bleeding. Burning. Bleeding. Bleeding and burning. Fury and burning. They balanced it like Berserker. They balanced it like Berserker. For sure. It's Guardian but Warrior Edition, where you only do 1 or 2 conditions, but the conditions you do are heavily damaging. So you're gonna want some of those like sweet cover condies and stuff. The real question, chat, is does this still do power damage? Not really. Nope, it still does kinda decent power damage. Let's put on the other trait. Still really confused where the extra might's coming from. Gonna have to look at that later. Condi and support, Daikru. Condi and support for some reason. Much less power damage. The tooltips are borked. Tooltips are absolutely fucked, chat. God, I don't want Selly Bladesworn to be meta for roaming. I do not want to run that shit. We'll see. Patch did drop, Pappy. Patch is out. Along with the dogs. And we have a dungeon rush. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Four charges. That seems to be about the same as it did pre-patch. That feels a lot faster, but it's probably just that you can walk. Yeah, you can move during Dragon Trigger. This is RP walk for the, by the way, for comparison. I'm just testing. I think it's the same. Yeah, it puts you into RP walk mode, and then presumably that's not affected by swiftness. We were testing this a little bit pre-patch. Yeah, RP walk, not affected by swiftness. Same shit. Yep. Okay, it puts you into hard locked whatever RP. I actually don't know the movement speed for RP walk mode, like the movement speed number. I feel like that's both information I should have and information I should not have in my brain. All right, really curious to see what the fucking numbers are on this, because it said maximum 4 burning with that. Can you flip over? They really don't want you to use, if that's still maximum 4 burning, they really don't want you to use, what's it called? The unblockable trait in PvP, really. Did it not do an animation for inflicting burning? What the fuck? Where's my burning when I swap to this skill in combat or internet? Swap. Okay, this doesn't work right now. Or it works, but there's no animation, I guess. They forgot to put the unseen sword animation on literally everything else. Yeah, it works, but there's no animation for it. Sick. I love stuff that literally does not have a telegraph, so you can't dodge it. That's my favorite. The patch is out, Bar. Patch is confirmed. So literally no animation on this, by the way. That was my legendary triggering when you apply burning. All right. Maximum 4 stacks, no matter what Grandmaster you take. That's little weird. Little weird. So even if you load more than 4 bullets, it seems like Dragon Slash caps out at 4 burning, which feels wrong considering overcharged cartridges does like 20 stacks of burning. Oh, this isn't a flip over skill. It's still 1 button, but you do 2 hits. That's why I was getting confused. I thought I was just mashing it out. It's not a flip over skill like everybody thought. It's just you do 2 hits with it. Interesting. Is the cast time still the same? Cast time is still the same. Alright, goes through Aegis and Blind. I'll take it. Can you use both of what at the same time? Tell me and I'll answer. Yeah, Lush Forest is still in the game. And it also still doesn't proc Artillery Slash. Okay, so feedback we have so far: Support Sworn, good. Coloring the Gunsaber, good. Support Sworn, weird, but good. No animation on whatever this is, Sharp as the Wind. Is there not animation on River's Flow? Look how yellow it is, chat. Use the skill, thank you. I can't tell if that was an animation. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did support Bladesworn, like, did the support slash just do as much damage without critting as the not support version? That's kind of cracked if it did, because then you just run all the support traits, right? Oh, I'm sure you get upwards of 50 burning with this. Not even memeing. Yep, no trait on, no trigger on that either. What's this supposed to do? Just might? Nope, that does less damage. Definitely a lot less damage. Interesting. Okay. Thank you to Homage and everybody else who, like, you know, Sulfur, everybody who put up with my complaining about this for 5 years. Like, hopefully it's good, right? Maybe it's not, but hopefully it is. Nothing else we can color a Gunsaber now. Alright. Alright. Let's see what we can get here. Let's see. Let's switch this up. I don't know what stun break I run now. I feel like I'm gonna have to run a lower cooldown one. Alright, full combo time, let's go. Not bad, not broken. It's flamethrower levels of bullshit. Right? This feels like Engineer, which is what it should feel like. I like the change, gotta keep complaining about it. Hell yeah. Well, it's something, Angle, for sure. It's something. Not terrible so far, but yeah, this may be the... Can I play the song from Ruby without getting DMCA'd? Is Rooster... No, because Rooster Teeth... Who bought Rooster Teeth? Can I play this? We're gonna find out. Balance patch is active. I like that that's everybody's question. I really like the sword immobilize. Because it always felt like Warrior was missing like half a CC. Alright. We're definitely going to have to cook on this. This is not like I have an immediate idea for a build, right? Like, I have an idea for the gear I would run, but I don't know for sure, like, the build or anything else like that. New York is pretty bad air quality, like the actual city. Which skills are healing? All of them if you take the trait, Bingley. Whenever you slot... You know how your Grandmasters usually fundamentally change how you play a class? This... Now it's your minors on Bladesworn. Like, these should realistically be your Grandmaster traits, honestly. This is very interesting. You're upstate. That way it's like yellow outside. I thought it was gonna rain here, Shepard. Smoky outside. Is something on fire? They're like world events that I should be aware of. From the Canadian wildfires. Well, at least... Feel bad for Canada, then. Gotcha, Kyban. Gotcha. Yeah, I hope they can get everything under control, man. Don't give me money. Go give the Canadian support relief some funding. All right. I don't know if you cram overcharged cartridges onto a PvP build necessarily. I still don't think you do it. Only we had water and it wasn't going to the AI data centers to fight all this nonsense, right? Anyway, how's luck? Bleeding, burning. That's a lot of burning on the two. That's a lot of burning on the two. These are heavy burning stacks, like high numbers as well, chat. And not long duration, which is not something they traditionally do. Like, for reference, I think Flaming Flurry does like 6 stacks of burning. Flamethrower Flamejet does like 10, I believe, but it's for 1 second, which is why Flamethrower, like, the 5 is so strong, or one of the reasons, because it's kind of like hybrid power spike damage. That seems very good. Why does this say it does bleeding when it doesn't? Does it do bleeding when you're not... Okay, it does bleeding when you only get hit by the shot. It does burning when you get hit by the slash. That's interesting. I really do like that ArenaNet seems to have kept the things that are very good about Bladesworn still on it. Yeah, I know. In PvP, you need you want high stack damage, low duration, because it just gets cleansed. But I'm saying they really, especially with the like nerf patch that they did like 4 years ago, I think ish, they really didn't have much of that in the game. So like they kind of changed a lot of the stuff to be long duration from high stack count. So putting a lot of it back in the game is a little bit dangerous, but the skills are pretty telegraphed. So yeah, I mean, Dire, Trailblazer, that's what I'm afraid of, man. I still don't think, like, Trailblazer, you're gonna get the meme kills on new people and stuff, and you're not gonna take any damage. But you're not gonna really kill people who know what they're doing. What I worry about with this, right, chat, is... I worry about, and this is something I was thinking about 2 days ago, I worry about the Bladesworn 1v1. Because Bladesworn 1v1s were already the most boring thing in the world to fight, because, like, it basically was... It went on for 2,000 years. And whoever ran out of, like, health first or fucked up lost. I don't know if this really fixes that, because now instead of Like, granted, Bladesworn's weakness is Condi Cleanse, so I don't know if you just take more Condi Cleanse right now. Like, I've obviously been trying my hardest not to run Bava in World vs. World, but you have to run it in PvP, which is the 2 Cleanse 2 Condis on stance trait. Now I'm gonna have to. So, like, you're gonna have to run Bava because of the Bladesworn 1v1, right? Oh, good to know it looks goofy as shit on Char as well. Although they only have 1 gun saber. I just don't know if you get any benefit from the healing stats, because historically Bladesworn's barrier gen has scaled like butt with healing. This is really weird. This needs to give condition damage as well. It's very strange that Guns and Glory, a trait you have to take, doesn't give condition damage. It should be like 150 ferocity, 150 condition damage or something. I don't think you run overcharged cartridges, except for the memes. I think it's just the same crap we've been running for like 5 years, but with Condi stats now. Need the PvP yet? Is Condi Mesmer viable? Probably. Condi Mesmer got hideous amounts of buffage. Daring Dragon, or is a bit of a Nobo. I don't know what a Nobo is, Bingley. If you want to buy a new keyboard and tell me, that'd be great. That lasts for so long without you having to press another button. That was weird. You're definitely Condi stat maxing now, which is more than I thought you would do. That's very weird. When you do like this, can you jump in Dragon? Hold the fuck on. You can jump in Dragon Trigger, chat. They fixed the thing where you could jump over Dragon Trigger by just letting you jump in Dragon Trigger. So now you're gonna do a little hop before you cast the fucking skill. This class is so goofy. Wait, hold the fuck on. You can jump in Dragon Trigger. No. How do I jump and use the 2? Where's my jump 2 tech? You can only jump and use the 1? What is this horse shit? You can jump and use the 1 and the 3, but not the 2. This is fucked. Oh yeah, the healing numbers are nuts, dude. As with all things in this game, the support numbers are absolutely nuts. God, it's red. It's fucking red, chat. Insane. You not get flow generation when you swap out of Gunsaber now? That's a little weird. Daring or Immortal, you use whatever your little heart's desires. I would use, I don't know. You probably use Immortal, right? Because the goal is to just share protection. Like, Boon's good on support. You're not doing damage. For World vs. World, you don't play support Bladesworn because all the support skills are projectiles, so they're gonna get eaten. Can you dodge? No. You cannot dodge while in Dragon Trigger, which is probably good. Dodging appears to cancel it. I mean, if Daring Dragon makes the numbers go up to their, like, maximum, then I guess, yeah. But, I don't know. I suppose. I still don't understand what they want Immortal Dragon to do, because it just seems like a bad trait. Like, it seemed like a bad trait since it's been in the game. And it can share all the, like, it needs to be the alacrity trait for people to take it at all in any game mode. Because I feel like you're never going to take it even in PvP or World versus World because tactics exists. Are we buffed? We're red, Fwog. We're red. Can't use utilities either. I mean, you couldn't use utilities before, which was a huge complaint of mine. You can use, what's it called? Instacast utilities. Yeah, you can still use Instacast utilities. You can't use, like, overcharged cartridges, which you should be able to. No, red obviously means more condition damage. There. This is very interesting. Like I said, I'm gonna have to go away and think about what ArenaNet's done here. They kind of, what's really interesting to me also is they kind of gave it back the days on Dragon Trigger, whatever it's called, right? Like, everybody wanted, or at least a lot of people wanted the stun back on the Dragon Trigger. And if you take River's Flow now, you get... it doesn't seem like it's worse with Daring Dragon. Unshakable Mountain seems to still cap out at 4 charges, even though it doesn't say that. Bingley, just like rewind the VOD. So like this gives you a daze. Like this is kind of the old unblockable stun, but it's a daze now. But what's really fucking weird is you need to take the support trait to do this, right? So they want you to have the daze on Dragon Trigger, but only if you fucking are a support version. So my brain is wondering in PvP, if there's a universe where you take River's Flow and just build like shitloads of power damage and you're a support in a team fight, but you're also doing shitloads of power damage. Like secretly, chat, just with all things, I feel like River's Flow is going to be the OP trait, like realistically. Like River's Flow is going to be the problem because it seems like they didn't really change a lot of the numbers at all. And if I'm still doing the damage that I was doing without any healing investment at all, but just healing even more, like Bladesworn is just like even more of a fucking problem. Where it just has like infinity sustain. Dragon Trigger does 0 damage. So you're gonna have to build like full glass with support traits and you're never gonna die. Like full Harrier's gear or some shit in World versus World. Although I don't know why you would even take power damage. Again, build opportunities. My brain's like cooking, right? This being a daze is real weird. And it's a long daze too, which means you can take like Runes of the Mesmer and the stun duration thing and get this up to what's the maximum daze duration on this? 2.5 seconds? You can daze somebody for like 4 seconds, chat? And you can get this down to a 5-second cooldown, less with like a Relic of Rivers, so you can have like a period where you're fighting somebody where they're dazed for like 2/3 of the fight, right? Like that feels very weird. That feels very broken. No, are you in the World versus World lobby? There's something I want to test before I look at the notes. Can you hop into Armistice Bastion? I want to test something. Bring like a projectile class, like a ranger or something. Thank you. Yeah, this feels very OP. Especially given that it's also unblockable by default and you don't have to trade into that. It's 3 Jesus, it's 3 seconds. Mother of God, it's 3 seconds if you take Unyielding. Bro, it's 3 seconds if you take Unyielding Dragon. Which means with Mesmer runes and like the Sigil of Savagery in PvP, you can get that daze up to like 5 seconds out of 7. Because you're going to be running Discipline also. That's a good idea, Paid. I was going to see if Aegis reflected projectiles at all. But if the reflect causes burning, that's kind of insane. We also didn't test to see if, what's it called? On Rifle, these do burning as well. Because I think these are secretly explosions, or like one of them is at least. The Spear auto is also an explosion for some reason on Warrior. Okay, that does burning. The one thing on Rifle that is an explosion does burning. Credit to them. They did port it over. Weird and stupid, but it does. That's real strange. I'm gonna have to get rid of that muscle memory. Alright, are you here? Invite me to a party. I want you to have you shoot me a bunch. I'll invite you to a party, sir. I know you're on my friends list. What the fuck? Is it one of those weird glitched out names? No, I know the 3 on Rifle's it. This is weird, dude. Very interesting. My friend's already labbing. Our friend's already, like, labbing fucking shit in the Special Forces area. People were hype about this patch. Captain Crabface is on. That's fun. Alright. Interesting. It heals to a sweet spot while dueling. Is that with any, what's it called? This is funny. Is that with any healing power? I can already feel my voice going, chat. The fucking smoke might be affecting it. Oh, this guy's really good. I fought this guy like a million billion times in World vs. World and Untamed. Yeah, we'll see, Stunts. Like, they seem to be really aggressively pushing this. I don't think there's a world where you don't run strength defense, at least in roaming for World vs. World, but maybe you can slot arms in there, who knows. 2 skills on bow. What's the other one on spear that explodes? What's the other one on spear? Alright. Alright. I need somebody to come into Armistice Bastion and auto-attack me. We need to test this. I need to know while I pull up the patch notes. Let me know if you're around. But now I'm curious here. Oh, finally. Thank you, Kaiben. Jesus. Oh. Is Mighty throw the 3? Nope, nah, you're fired. Go away. Whenever you're ready, Kevin. Go nuts. They still reflect. Bladesworn is still a huge fucking problem, and you're still locked to defense. Wait, hold the fuck on. Your autos do burning, right? Or do bleeding. Okay, now shoot me. Okay, still just bleeding from the thief autos. Yeah, Dragon Spike Mine is bad, though. Dragon Spike Mine is secretly a PvE skill. It could be. Like, they clearly want something here. You'll probably run Dragon Spike Mine with support. Just because the healing numbers seem cracked. But I don't think you'll run it on Condi ever. I think people will cope and run it on Condi. But I don't think you'll run it on Condi. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate it. I'll send you 25 gold or something. I'm sure you're gold gated for the week, but here you go. Appreciated. Yeah, I think the numbers on the healing traits are nuts, as they usually are. Like, I was telling people that the support version was what was going to be cracked, and the support version is what's cracked, for sure. The real question is there a way to force the Condi version to do power damage at all? Or do you have to run, like, burning duration and shit? This is wild that it changes all your skills. All right, chat. Anybody got anything they want to see me test before we go through, like, the years of notes that we got? Oh, sorry, I had that up. My bad. The projectiles do reflect, chat. Yeah, let me know if there's anything you want me to test, like if you're stuck at work or anything like that. But I want to go through the notes, maybe record something for it. We got a stream day ahead of us, chat. So weird. That's so weird. Boom. 12 stacks of burning. No condition duration. Yeah, I didn't think we would, Sethrith, but we did. Weaver? All of Weaver. You want me to test all of Weaver? I meant specific interactions, dog. You're gonna have to go. I'll plug Jancis's stream if you wanna look at Weaver. That man's gonna be weaving it up. So what does Unyielding Dragon actually, like, what does 10 charges versus 5 charges actually affect now? Like, you don't... There's no need to take this on the Condi version because your 3 is unblockable still for some reason. And I kind of do expect that to get nerfed. This doesn't go past 4 charges. So, like, why would you take Unyielding on the Condi version? Look into the new sword. You mean just the regular sword? We can do that. Let me get out of combat. Oh, the condition build, I'm sure, will go hard. Let's put on something that's not scalable. Where's Berserker? Feels about 1,000. Okay. Feels 3,000 if you have max bleeding stacks. This isn't a bad skill. Does it scale weirdly? It only does the level 1 burst, but the scaling is on the number of bleed stacks, not on... Interesting. Okay. The scaling is on the number of bleed stacks, so that kind of got around having to balance the adrenaline levels, which is not something that, like, Spellbreaker and Paragon really deal with. You can use the skill to see what it looks like. Well. Where's Berserker? Hang on. Jesus. Get me into combat, chat. What is this icon? I have no idea what this icon is. Okay, it's a little sweep. That's good. What's the range on that? 180. I like it. I approve of Bloodthirster. It's really weird that all of Warrior's skills are different ranges, but I approve of Bloodthirster. But, like, on not Bladesworn, your combo's something like this. You immobilize them, Bloodthirster at the same time. Yeah, good burst. I like it. Sword kinda slaps now. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay. Back to this forever. The real question, is there a reason to charge Dragon Trigger, right? And the answer is kinda still no. Lord, I wish I could see what my skills did. And this is without healing power, so yeah, that's gonna kinda scale incredibly. Yeah, the animations are smooth, which is an interesting point as well. Usually Warrior does not get smooth animations. The unfortunate thing is I really think you just take, like, the support traits now, but with full glass on Bladesworn. Like, I think that's the meta build, because I think the support traits are new and cracked and OP. $4,000 max heal seems insane with no healing power. Like, you don't do dick for damage, but... Yes, the rework is live. Well, I would say the relaunch. It's not even a rework. Yeah, the healing feels good. As with most things when this happens, I expect the healing to be hyper overtuned for sure. I'm gonna drop this party, Kaiben. Thank you for your service. I want my colors back. I guess I didn't need to drop the party. I could have just surrendered. I was planning on running, what's it called? Because here's the thing, chat. For World versus World, I still feel like this could be me just coped up on Diviner's gear, but I still feel like if you're not running some kind of like a movable rock, Selly, or Trailblazers build, I feel like Boon Duration's still going to be king. The thing is, Condi stats in this game are kind of balanced so that they don't really have Boon Duration. So... I think you still run Diviners. Let me fix my armor as well. Hang on, this is super important. Literally unplayable garbage if we don't. There we go. Thank God. Alright, alright, alright. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't shout out any of the people who've been popping into this channel. I've been so, like, up my own ass. Let me shout out Homage and Engel. Go check them out. Go check them out. I'm sure they'll be streaming later. Yeah, fixed percentage Boon Duration is definitely going to be a thing. You can get to about 70 with, like, full Plague Doctors. And what's it called? Leadership. Go check out Angle. If that... Nope. Didn't work. I don't know how Twitch works, chat. What's your name? What the heck, man? I have no idea how Twitch works. Whatever, we're just gonna do this anyway. No, I know he's streaming. I know he's streaming. Everybody's got to be streaming right now. I'm surprised Homage isn't if he's here. What is Homage channel? It's with a D. Did the command right? Right? I don't know how Twitch works, chat. Interesting. I like that the gun saber's red. That's my general first impressions. I think the support trait is cracked as fuck. Those are general first impressions. Homage, why doesn't your name come up when I Google you? Okay, it is with a D. Okay. Whatever. If it worked, it worked. If it didn't, it didn't. It seems to be not even normal red or yellow. Their support has a different hue to it as well. Like the support, I was wondering why they changed the animations, and then it took, like, literally took me. I'm sure if they're watching the VOD, I was like, why did they change the animations? Though I don't know if I like the new yellow, and then like, nah, it's just on like the support version is like the hyper white yellow, and the red version looks sick as shit, and then the top trait is the normal version. I don't see a universe where you take this though. Like, I feel like if you're running power, you almost don't take Unseen Sword, because Unseen Sword will make you proc Spellbreaker full counters. Yeah, support looks very, very OP. Truly. Like, what are the boon duration support runes? Like, Guardian or Grove in PvP? You run that with, like, a Sage Amulet or some shit. This feels so weird. I like it, but it feels weird. All right, I wanna just test some stuff before we go into like patch note land here, chat. Yeah, I'm sure. Like, again, I don't know a universe where you cram overcharge cartridges onto your bar. But I'm here for it, man. I'm very curious to see what he comes up with, because we always come up with very different builds. God, the two just chunks. Like, I don't think you, in World versus World, I don't think you need to run overcharge cartridges. Like, it's gonna be good for Dragon's Roar for sure, but that feels so meme heavy. Like, the best thing for this is gonna be sigils that trigger frequently for cover Condi, because you're really only running arms for what's it called? Condition. You get about 450 condition damage from arms because it's mostly a ferocity steroid trait line, right? The cooldown reduction for these two skills will be really nice. I didn't even test the bleeding on this. But yes, Savage Leap is still a leap for everybody who is worried about that. You really only run arms for like the damage steroid, for the unblockable, and the damage steroids are usually ferocity. You don't really get anything else out of it, because the auto-critting doesn't help you. The best thing in arms is arguably the where is it? I don't know if I want to just like delete my build, but I did store it, I guess. Where is it? This thing, where it just does passive cover bleeding. And there isn't a food, to my knowledge, that does this. Like, this doesn't have a cooldown, but things like, what's it called? Sigil of Blood or whatever it is, they do have a cooldown. It's like 2 seconds. But I don't see a universe, even on Condi Bladesworn, where you run this trait line over strength, because if you take Forceful Greatsword and strength like I was, you kind of just have might. It's not always 25, but you have 25 might. I want to see if in the PvP lobby this still gives Alacrity, by the way, which is gonna be weird. Hang on, I have no idea, Shepard. I'm sure Crapface is testing that. You can hop over to his stream or pull them up, both up, or swap between. This is nuts, chat. We have like 50 people watching. Welcome, guys. Hopefully you're well. I wanna see. It still gives Alacrity in PvP. That's a little weird, right? That's a little weird. I don't know how I feel about that. I anticipate a lot more Bladesworn changes very, very soon. I'm gonna get some water, chat, so I don't destroy my voice, especially if it's smoky outside. Hang on. Why am I in? Oh, because I was helping Joppa fish. Well, get a nice backdrop here. Go back in our session. Hang on, here, back. Sure, I'd take care of myself as a streamer. Yeah, the support traits feel very nuts. Wildcat. Crap, what the fuck? You moving shit on my desk? I don't know where I put it. There it is. If you ever put something down in your house, like not where you left it at all, it's like, well, that thing's gone forever. It just happened. Alright. Fix the hair. Yeah, support looks very strong. I still have no idea whether I want it to be a support class, but here we are. Okay. Trend is good. Interesting. Oh yeah, feel free to drop your builds in chat if you get a chance. I know you're driving. Don't do it now, Shepherd. Jesus. I don't know. So like roughly the numbers are, what's it called? Overcharged cartridges now adds damage and burning to every explosion, and you can get 18, what's it called? Or I guess 19 explosions just from pistol 5 and 4 comboing with tactical reload, and that's not including all the explosions on Gunsaber or something like Spear. So realistically, with max burning duration in PvP, you could probably stack like 40 stacks of burning quite easily. You would need to like commit to the meme, but you could do it for sure. It's again, like, this is also an explosion, Dragon Spike Mine, and then like your Gunsaber. You would have to take like Balthazar runes and stuff, but you could, I don't know, I can just illustrate it here. Boom, 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 boom. Again, this is with no burning duration, chat. Yeah, you see that golem just evaporated. I don't think there's a universe where you run, what's it called? Like max Condi duration world versus world. Because again, Might gives you Condi damage, or Condi damage, sorry. So, like, even duration with the build I have on a notepad, it has like plus 25% burning. Oh, it's the new relic that heals from condition damage. Again, I don't think Bladesworn needs healing, but that's a really good idea. It's so... Did they nerf the healing on this at all? Combat stimulant is still cracked. Like, this is the issue. This button is the issue. No, they're definitely going to nerf us, Cloud. I've been warning you for weeks. As soon as we got this balance preview, expect nerfs. But I don't really... I would hope that they don't nerf a lot of the roaming tools that much, because I don't see a lot of this being a problem in Zerging. I expect the support numbers to come down a lot, or at least you have to invest in support a lot more. Like, you need to build healing power to get these cracked numbers, but it's almost like historically almost every support they've ever released has been like psychotically overpowered, right? Like you look at stuff like Firebrand and Spectre and stuff, where just the numbers have been absolutely insane on release. So I don't know. The real question is, how do you cram overcharged cartridges onto a build? And the real answer is you give up, what's it called, Bull's Charge, which I don't want to do. I really don't want to do. This also does kind of suck. Like, I'm not gonna look at gift. What's the saying? Not gonna look at gift horse in the mouth. Why am I saying so stupid, chat? I'm not gonna look at gift Dolyak in the mouth, but like, you're just locked to sword, pistol, or rifle forever. Like maybe spear, but you're really just locked to sword, pistol forever with these buffs. Like, it was already a problem that you couldn't run any other weapon set, and now you ultra can't run any other weapon set, right? Because this is your combo. So, yay, I guess we got buffs, but also fuck, we got buffs on things that we already used. You know what I mean? It's, you know, unroot 100 blades when. They clearly put some thought into this, though. All right, chat. You want to go through the, like, 9 million years of patch notes that we have? Yeah, I don't know, man. Where it's kind of what 12 was talking about, where, like, the things that got buffed were the things you were already using on this class. There's already somebody named Condi Bladesworn. Damn, they beat me to it. I don't know what I'm gonna do now, like with my, especially with my PvP character, which is named Bladesworn QA department. Like, what do we do, chat? What's my life? What's my identity? My identity is going through these balance notes, so strap in here. We got pages yet? All right. Please revert to posting balance changes and update notes. Did they not? I'm confused. This is all of the preview stuff. Most of it's just C preview. Where is it? Kyvan, can you link it on Twitch or something? Yeah, we'll talk about Mesmer. Is it literally just all of it the same? Thank you. I appreciate it. Very much appreciated. These things are always impossible to find. Try to link that in the VOD as well. Condi Bladesworn's playing Paragon. I don't know, there's some stuff. We'll go through it. I might not do a whole video on it. Oh my god, Lesser Volcano fixed an issue that caused the skill to apply its power coefficient twice? Jesus fuck. That seems strong. Even though this is a duplicate? And Volcano, okay. Increase the power coefficient. That seems silly. Okay. Let's go through this here. I'll put on another... Where is it? Killer Instinct. There we go. Game update, balance notes for July 14th, 2026. Welcome, guys. Hopefully you're well. We'll go through this really quick and then hopefully get back to the stream. Note to users, your stuff's broken if you use Blish HUD. Cats and other pets associated with... Okay, 2025 extra life donations have appeared. Dope. I'm actually going to read these because they're short and that's awesome. New pets guide and NPC in Lion's Arch can provide toilet items to help you instantly travel the common pet locations from this year and previous years. That's actually really cool. My cat's in the game and I like visiting him. So visit them outside Guild Initiative headquarters near Guild Bluff Waypoint. Fix an issue to find Quail Sunless, Spark Fly, break location, and fix an issue to cause some Missouri Gate markers. No resolution when views from the game environment. Neat. Below are additions to the notes posted here. We're going to go in reverse order just like they did. So Bladesworn Overcharge Cartridges skill now causes explosion attacks to inflict burning. This now lasts for the entire duration instead of according to the number of attacks used. I think they said that it was going to do that. Its duration been reduced from 10 to 8. So we got numbers. Supercharging the effect now resets the duration and increases burning duration in addition to its other effects. Interesting. So you're going to, in PvE, you're actually going to want to use the first charge of this, use a bunch of explosions, use the second charge, or reload it. Use the first charge again to get the double effect. Use a second charge again, reload it. So basically you have like almost 100% uptime on overcharge cartridges for Condi Bladesworn, which is now a thing. That's really interesting. No, that's what I tested when I was, you were shooting me, Kybin, is this doesn't seem to affect Shieldmaster stuff. Although I guess your attacks weren't explosions, they were just projectiles, right? So we'll see. Oh my god. I need a gamer towel already, chat. It's smoky and hot, and Bladesworn got reworked. It's a crazy day here. Deadeye, stolen skills. Threshold for getting malice has been reduced from 5 to 3. Horrifying. Death's Judgment skill now deals full damage to the foe targeted by this attack instead of to the marked foe. Horrifying. Malice is not consumed. And bonus damage is not dealt if the target foe is not marked. Okay. I thought it was just Malice is not consumed if you hit a target. That was going to be crazy. Silent Scope's trade has been reworked. Now grants precision when equipped. Additionally, when you perform a dodge roll, gain access to your stealth attack if your Malice is above the health threshold. Interesting armistice for all the people complaining about the Deadeye nerf, which really also buffed Deadeye, but here we are. You hate the overcharge cartridges, the glue that holds Bladesworn together. I feel like a lot of classes have stuff like that. But yeah, kind of, but also kind of, it's there. At least we have a weird support option now. Also, guys, in case you didn't catch the stream or this is caught into a separate VOD, your minor traits now color your gun saber. I'm not memeing. They did it. It's sick. Daredevil, distracting daggers, fix an issue that prevented the skill from properly granting interrupt boons against defiant enemies. I actually noticed this like 40 years ago, so that's cool. Thief, Death's Retreat, initiative cost reduced. Little buffs for rifle, actually interesting. Death's Advance reduced the initiative cost. Soup is gonna have a field day with this. Smokescreen, the skill no longer pulses blindness to enemies while in its area of effect, and instead inflicts debilitating conditions on enemies passing through the smokescreen. Additionally, you gain stealth on exiting the smokescreen. Increase the duration from 4 to 6 seconds in PvP. I think they previewed that as well. Some of these may be redundant. So the Shadows, the treat no longer has reduced efficacy while used with Silent Scope. Neat. So a nice little buff there. Shadow Refuge. I like that they're calling these things out, even though, you know, this historically may have not been an entire patch note. Shadow Refuge skill now additionally grants condition damage and strike damage reduction to allies inside the field. Reduce the duration of stealth pulse from 2.5 seconds to 2 seconds in PvP World vs. World. This is going to be horrifying for fighting like all those full thief guilds, but we'll see. Because they already run Shadow Refuge, like a couple of them, to res people if they get downed. Very, very, very strong, like subtly strong skill already. Revenant, Unyielding Impact, increase the energy cost from 5 to 10, reduce the torment stacks from 4 to 3, and reduce the condition durations from 6 to 4 seconds in PvP only. Interesting. Gale Shot, Supersonic Arrow coming down in PvP. Pelt also coming down in PvP. And Feel the Rush, it reduced the endurance gain in PvP. So Gale Shot losing a little bit of its survival, which is actually a pretty big hit here. And Supersonic Arrow losing some damage. I know Gale Shot's been quite a strong pick for a very long time. Thank God there's some amalgam notes. We'll get to those. Untamed, power coefficient coming down in World vs. World. Interesting. Wonder if this is because lifesteal's so strong. Exploding spores, duration going up, because this is the only thing that reliably strips boons, and we can't have that. Reduce the number of targets from 5 to 3. Oh my god. I mean, how many spores does it spawn? Like 8, so that's still like 24 targets. Interesting. Forest Fortification, reduce the cooldown reduction per hit from 1 to 0.5 seconds in World vs. World only. And him getting a lot of nerfs in World vs. World. This must be a big damage, or I guess big boon rip thing right now. Have the Untamed reduce incoming strike damage or outgoing strike damage from 15 to 10, and reduce the incoming strike damage reduction from 15 to 10 in World vs. World. I am hungry, chat. I'm gonna have to get like 3 protein shakes after we go through these. Ranger. General changes. Increase the cooldown when swapping Defiant Pet from 35 to 45 seconds in World vs. World only. That's interesting because that's almost up to 60 again. Very interesting. Owl's Flight. Reduce the power coefficient in World vs. World. Defy Pain. Earth Sign. Increase the cooldown from 30 to 45 seconds and reduce the duration from 5 to 2 seconds in World vs. World. I did not think it was 5 seconds. This is the Soul Beast merged F2, I believe, chat. Or is Defy Pain the stun break? Is Defy Pain the stun break? No, it's just... Interesting. I have a question. Is the Soul Beast one different? The Soul Beast one is different. So this is only talking about bears. This is literally Defy Pain on bears, not when you have a bear and are merged. This was apparently 5 seconds. So this is actually something... Yeah, it's the bear invuln, but I wanted to make sure that it was the bear invuln and not the Soul Beast invuln, because the Soul Beast one is 3 seconds. Because I know this because I was just theory crafting Soul Beast. And what's really interesting about this is... This is something, when they nerfed the mech health, inheriting all the, like, mechanists running Celestial gear and just using their mechs to face tank targets and Zergs, which was a problem, they also buffed the trait that made, it basically made bears tankier than mechs were on druids, potentially, for Zergs. In that same patch, and Rangers can run, you know, 2 mechs. They can run 2 bears. So I was like, why don't you just run 2 bears and just have even more of a problem? So this is what Zergs were possibly doing, where they were running, like, literally running bears with the trait, and then the bears would use Defy Pain and just soak up targets, I'm assuming, for 5 seconds, which seems stupid. Okay. Interesting. Stone form duration coming down. Yeah, it was 5. It was like the minor, I think it's an adept trait that gives you like stone signet on an elite skill use was 5 seconds, and that was silly. This coming down to 2.5 is good. 2.5 might be a little much. Maybe 3 would be good, but this is a lot of just like base ranger invuln coming down. And I don't want rangers to just suck, but like I understand why they're doing this. Yeah, they also probably like to like run just not where the ranger is to be annoying and track targets because the leash is like 5,000 range. I can see why they're doing this. Kind of weird esoteric knowledge you'll only get on Build Wars 2. Subscribe now. Go for the throat. Increase the damage bonus from Lesser Sikkim Beast Mode to 10 and 15 in PvE. That's good. I hope they translate that over to PvP World vs. World. Soul Beast really needs some buffs. Reduce the cooldown of Lesser Sikkim from 10 to 15 to 10. That's how numbers work. Increase the duration from 5 to 8. When triggered by a pet. Light on your feet, fixed an issue that prevented the bonus from being fully removed when the trait was unequipped, so you could just have that all the time. That's good. Solid ranger changes. Soul Beast could use some buffs, but I guess we'll see where it lands after all that. Necromancer. Life Siphon. The skill now inflicts bleeding on yourself on the initial cast and no longer has increased healing effectiveness when you are bleeding. Weird. Increase the base healing coefficient. And increase the base healing from something to something else in PvP World vs. World. So this is something they talked about where they like, what was it? They kind of didn't want like so many buttons between Dagger, Necromancer, where there was this old combo where you would like inflict bleeding on yourself and then transfer it over with the Dagger 4, and they thought that was too many buttons, so they took the like self-bleeding off. Now, like, there's so much Condi transfer on Necromancer, I'm assuming they're just putting it back because they kind of want to shadow nerf the skill, but not really because there's so much Condi cleanse in the game. So it's nice that they're putting this interaction back that was in the game always, and like they're respecting kind of their old design philosophies in a way. I kind of like that. Blood Bank, this trait will no longer trigger while in Shroud that replaces health. Thank you, baby Jesus. Blood Bank is broken, chat. Just conceptually, Blood Bank is effing broken. And I know they don't balance around roaming, but like, just getting barrier by existing on Necromancer is a lot. We need a lesser. Oh, we just listened to that. We need a less intense song here. Blood Bank is cracked, dude. It's nice to see that no longer triggering on things like Reaper Shroud. Augury of Death fixed an issue that caused this trait to grant you are all weaklings cooldown reduction on hit, which I believe is the old version of that. So interesting that this also inherited some of the torch traits problems on Warrior. Necros were also annoyed that their self-condies are getting cured. I mean, that's still gonna happen. Guardian, advancing strike, increase the power coefficient by 0.5 in PvE, reduce the cooldown from 20 to 18 in PvE only. Cool. I may not stream the whole day, chat. I don't want to ruin my voice trying to talk into smoke. Engineer, Amalgam, symbiotic shielding, increase the cooldown from 25 to 30 in PvP only. What is symbiotic shielding? I don't know these by name yet. This is the tool belt skill. Interesting. Okay. That's a pretty big nerf. Defensive protocol, 25 to 30. If I don't put a Guild Wars 2 in front of that, we'll never know what this is. Sorry, I have to look all these up. Oh, this is Thorns. No, I know what this is. This is the stun break. Okay. One of the stun breaks getting hit by 5 seconds in PvP, and Hybrid Vigor barrier coming down another 150 in PvP. Hybrid Vigor is the one that just like happens on Amalgam, right? Where is it? Yeah, Defensive Protocol Thorns is that one. So that's getting hit by another 5, and then Hybrid Shielding is, I believe, their trait that they just, or Hybrid Vigor. Yeah, it's the one that they just get when they use a morph skill. Okay. Still a problem in World vs. World, but things are allowed to be busted in World vs. World. We're here now. That's fewer Amalgam nerfs than I thought, but everything else got a buff today, pretty much, so we'll see. All right, Elementalist. This is the one you've all been waiting for. Evoker. We'll go just base Elementalist, just throw everybody off first. Blazing Barrage. Reduce the power coefficient by 0.2 in World vs. World, which is quite a lot. Seethe. Reduce the damage bonus from 20 to 10. I believe this is a Weaver skill, but don't quote me. Derecho. Reduce the power coefficient by 0.2 World vs. World. A lot of 0.2s happening. Fissure also. Haboob also coming down by 0.2. Evoker, Rejuvenate. Cooldown from 5 or 20. Increase the cooldown by 5 seconds from 20 seconds to 25 seconds, World vs. World only. Hair's Agility, increase the cooldown from 20 to or 25 to 30 seconds, and reduce the blur duration from 2 to 1 second, World vs. World only. Weird. This happened in PvP a while ago, but they never hit it in World vs. World. So what's really interesting to me about this one note, right, Chad, if I'm going to go off for 20 minutes about like one patch note and wooden potatoes all over the place, right? Dude can talk forever about lore. I love it. Like, they don't usually balance around roaming. So what's really interesting about this one note is this, to my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, people are probably running it in Zergs, but I don't see having 1 more second on an evade or nerfing something by 5 seconds in Zerging to be that much of a deal. So it's very interesting to me that they tried to nerf in PvP for Evoker, and then they went, that's kind of also needed in World vs. World roaming, right? Because I don't think this affects Zerging. And those are really, aside from fishing and RPing, the 2 ways you play World vs. World, but I'm not judging. Also, Zap coming down by 0.15 in World vs. World. That's a lot. That is some huge bunny nerfs for World vs. World. I think this puts it in line with the power number or the PvP numbers, and Hairvoker is still viable in PvP, but everything is weaker in PvP. So these are, again, these are numbers that I think, again, with Familiar's Prowess also coming down in World versus World by 5% and Familiar's Focus coming down by 8%. Those I see more as zerging things, I think. But even though I don't really have 100% an idea what those traits are, I think they're passive bonuses. The first, like, the second and third note, just to wrap this up, I kind of see those as like targeted roaming nerfs. And again, we were kind of right that the nerfs were not mentioned in the patch and they wanted to get people hyped. But there were also a lot of really cool things in this, like, extra patch notes. So I guess, you know, go check out the patch. I'll try to have both notes linked below if I cut this up into a different video. But yeah, these two things are very interesting to me. Like, maybe ANET has their eye on roaming a little more than we think. Maybe they got some budget from all the swimsuits this summer. Very interesting. Very cool. All right, cool. That's it for the little balance rundown preview. Like, subscribe, all that nonsense. Stream Monday, Wednesday, sometimes on the weekends at 9 p.m. Maybe this Friday, who knows? And we'll jump back over to the game. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Okay. Got that out of the way, chat. We are going to take a 1-minute break while I run to my fridge. Because I don't want to do the streamer thing where I literally eat nothing and kill myself to go through some stuff. Oh, it's coming out of her crotch. That's perfect. That's perfect. Hang on, chat. Get up, stretch, get some water. I'll put on some more low-key music here. We'll be right back. I definitely want to try some of this stuff out. Cool. I will be right back. This little shot of her. Breakfast, chat. Be better than me. I'm making an exception for today. The sky is yellow, chat. In case anyone doesn't think that we've broken fucking Earth, I'm tempted to take my camera down. There's a window right there. I'm not just pointing at nothing. The sky is fucking yellow, dude. If you're still coped up on Earth is fine, we need to fix this shit. Anyway, Bladesworn. Let's see here. All right, so I do have a build on a notepad, and we'll jump over to that. Hell yeah. Let me hide my preview so we're not dropping frames anymore. This is what I cooked, not knowing any of the changes. I like this Norn pirate. I don't know why. Very, very like that fashion. You got a haboob going? You got a solid haboob going, All right, let's slot on all this nonsense. I also got the protein shakes and didn't drink any of them. Hang on. One sec. All right. Save the chickens, nah. So we definitely ditched the Sigil of Quickness now. We definitely do. I don't know where I got... Did I not put movement speed on this fucking build? I didn't. Wasn't this also supposed to increase your movement speed? It was. In the patch preview, they said River's Flow was going to also increase your movement speed, or give you swiftness. They just took the swiftness off. That's actually interesting. They took the swiftness off Bladesworn completely. You have to run Discipline or get your movement speed from somewhere else. I mean, World vs. World, that's doable, but PvP, you have to run, like, Traveler or Wayfinder or something like that. Okay, trade-offs. I'm here for that. I was actually really worried that they were stacking way too much on River's Flow. They are, but it's good to see that they at least have that change in here. God, this is such a fucking bad trait. I guess we'll just run because I don't have the brain power. What's it called? Breathing. Actually, I want to do this in order. So let's... We saved 2. I'm going to clear out 4. Actually, let's not do that. I'll just remember we're on 8. Oh, I need to label these. So, Smoldering, which I don't think I'm going to stick with. Cleansing, that's correct. And then it's all weird. Okay, there's no good way to do this. Dun, dun, dun. What's up, Kunivs? I need to give you a shout out as well, so we need to grind the stream to a screeching halt while I do the shout out command that probably doesn't work on my channel. Check out Kunivs chat. Ooh. I'm trying to do this more at least, man. If nothing else, it'll push. Does Slash do it? No. It was working on my channel. I don't know what happened. Whatever, we're here now. Is Bladesworn good? It's red. It's red now. Your adept traits change your gun saber, or your minor traits change your gun saber, which is crazy. I never thought they'd do it. I legitimately, that was one of my, like, pie in the sky, stupid dream requests. They literally did it. I was really hoping for, like, blue as an option, but I'll take, like, yellow, whitish yellow, and red. Yeah, it's red. It must go fast. Okay, we're gonna try this for now. I'll probably switch to Balthazar runes or something like that, because now I need to find a way to get movement speed, which I wasn't anticipating. Okay. But for now, we'll throw on Infinite Utility Primer and this. No, I know both increase the duration, but I want to... I need to, like... If I can take both runes, I can give up stats somewhere else. It's how I theorycraft. Like, PvP, you take Necro runes for sure, because Balth is nerfed there, but Balth is plus 50% in World vs. World. And if all the durations are 1 second or whatever it is, Balthazar might actually be kind of OP. Because again, like, Gunsaber 2 does 3 stacks of burning, which seems silly, right? Like... I didn't catch the number on that. We're gonna be cooking, chat, again. This is literally... It's so weird you can jump now with that. It's so weird you can jump with the 5. The way my controller buttons are mapped, I'm gonna be doing that all the time. God, the sword 3 being an immobilize is like the best change. Not even kidding. Why am I not critting ever? So you're really not doing Condi damage with this. Which probably means you might even take a Mortal Dragon just to... And slot in more Condi actual damage. You can cast it. You can jump mid-cast of Dragon Trigger 1. That's so fucking weird. You can cast this and jump. That's so fucking weird. Oh, I got so many ideas, man. I wish I'd gotten more sleep last night. I got more sleep going into Tuesday, goddammit. And then they had the audacity to have their servers explode. Oh, I feel for the A-Net, guys. This is so interesting. Maybe you do max Condi duration for this. Or Condi damage. A lot of testing's gonna be needed to be had. Again, I really want to figure out how the fuck you run overcharged cartridges. Because the power damage just seems like it's there. For sure. It'll be on your sword pistol, which you're still gonna want. Like, sword... In case you guys didn't know, Gunsaber, like, even if I slot in the... What's it called? The power version of this, right? Gunsaber really... And this is something I was trying to actually talk to Kunives about. He was like, you know, how do I get more damage out of the cool Dragon Trigger? I was like, you don't, right? There is... In World vs. World, at least, there is basically no way to make... charging Dragon Trigger do damage. Or at least there wasn't. And so these builds are actually the same now as they were, which is kind of nice. I still have the 2 builds that were like cooking. I just get to play around with new stuff. That's awesome. They kept the things that were in the game without deleting playstyles. That's great. There's really no way to get Gunsaber to do damage, right? If I put on this old version. This is Stormsinger. This is Rivers? No, did I not copy it? Fuck! Oh, I overrode my build that I liked. God damn it. Whatever. I'll show you with this one. It's alright, I have it on a notepad in like 20 places. Nah, Ranger's fine in World vs. World. They didn't touch it there. It's just in PvP it got nerfed. World vs. World, the Zerging version got nerfed, but Gale Shot's fine. Only the pet, we just went through the notes. Yeah, he doesn't play Untamed. Untamed can die in a fire. No one likes Untamed, it's fine. Bill, sorry out there if you like Untamed. I know there's Untamed enjoyers in chat. That's so weird that you can cancel that now. I'm gonna have to rebind like all of my shit. Please add an animation to the other 2 minor traits. So like, okay, I didn't have bite there because I blew all my skills. Hang on, hold please, chat. It feels very strong for sure, just initial impressions. So like with 16 Vuln, 15 Might, didn't crit, of course I fucking didn't. That was like, that would have been like a 6,000, 7,000 damage hit. So basically, it's not super getting buffed. It's just getting some of its damage moved around if you play the Condi version. 5,000, didn't have might there. Hold, please. Can I crit? This is what I do, chat. I sit in this fucking lobby hitting this golem, waiting for a crit so I can, like, actually get damage numbers. I love this lobby. Shout out to Roy. It's never gonna happen, chat. We're never gonna crit again. They removed all crit chance from the game. That was a crit, but I had no might because I hadn't been hitting anything. I'm gonna have to go away and think about what I've done. I'm gonna go sacrifice a goat made of Bitcoin. Give me a sec. Honestly, you play the support version, Kunevs. The support version looks fucking OP as shit. Like, it looks like you take just all the support traits now on Bladesworn and run max power. Like Harrier's gear or something. I know they didn't touch the power coefficients. Why am I doing dog shit damage? Never gonna crit again. Never gonna crit again when I need to. You get my point. Guns, like, what's it called, does not do damage. I don't know what dead stab is. That translating to English poorly? You mean final thrust? What it used to be called? Looks like it's about the same. It's just 2 hits now. Which is insane because that's like Warrior's hardest hitting skill. Final Thrust hits as hard as Arcing Slice, which actually hits in most game modes, well, in World vs. World, harder than Arc Divider. So it looks like it kept all of its damage. Like, again, the damage on Bladesworn's always been on Sword Pistol. It's never been on Dragon Trigger. Dragon Trigger's been, like, this ancillary, like, weird utility tool. This does... Maybe this does less damage now. I'm really tempted to also just take the fucking new Unseen Sword trait off and, like, try labbing it with that. $6,000. I usually get like 8. I wanna take Unseen Sword off and see if it literally... God, I'm gonna have to get used to that. So now we don't have this, which technically makes your shit flip over. Very curious if they just fucked it up somehow. I don't have tactical reload on. Motherfucker. Oh, I know why. I'm using different food. Well, I'll put it on after this because it'll be easier to slot it on than slot it off. Give me flow. I don't like that I don't get flow when swapping out of Gunsaber anymore. I'll say that much. Fucking not a fan of that shit. If I try it on this golem, I'm just gonna like kill it. Yeah, but that's kind of how it's balanced, 12. At least in PvP. It's like Guardian, where it can't really have more than bleeding and burning, because that would make it silly. I was really hoping they didn't add like confusion and all the other things to it. Like chill and poison and stuff. I would have taken like 1 tick of poison on like the 3 or something, but more than that would have been a lot. And there's relics for that now. Like, if you do 40 stacks of burning, but you know that's the only condition you do, is that's balanced. You do that's balanced, right? Then you just, like I said, you don't burn or build condition duration at all. Let's get some light up here. Dragon Trigger, come out. I'm never gonna crit again when I need to, chat. Every single time I stack vulnerability on this idiot, I'm never gonna crit. Nirvash, you would not believe just the number of people who loaded into the lobby. Like when I loaded in when the patch went live, who were just on Bladesworn. It was so fun. People want to play this class so fucking bad, dude. Like, people really want to like it. It's such a good class fantasy for the game. We all watch anime. We're all secretly weebs. It's fine. There you go. So, yeah, 7, 8 without the trait. It's going to be interesting to have, like, 3 of my builds just dedicated to PvE as well. Because I'm going to learn the PvE rotations now for sure. All right. So, in case you were wondering why I did that, chat, it seems like, for some reason, when you slot Unseen Sword, it changes your gun saber skills, and changes, what's it called? Hold on. Need to unslot this again. Reslot Bladesworn. Give myself adrenaline. It seems like it changes maybe your dragon trigger skills, although there's really no way to test that from the base version, I guess. Very interesting. All right. Fishing. Oh, I like the cat change. I can go visit your cat. I'm just happy regen's on it somewhere, 12, man. Like, it's all it needed. I already ran support Bladesworn for Harvest Temple CM. Like, it didn't even have regen, and I ran it for that. It was really useful for that because you can dump all your alacrity and then just run away to space to do mechanics. Because every Dragon Slash gives, like, absurd amounts of alacrity, right? Oh yeah, the class only got buffs in PvE, Ghost. It only got buffed in PvE. Like, the power damage still gonna do mega damage, or the power version's still gonna do mega damage. It's gonna have a Condi build now, and it's gonna have a support build. I think it's gonna be very, very good for PvE. All the versions of it. I don't know why it's getting a support version, but we're here now. Again, I'm not the main character of existence. ArenaNet can do what they want. I can just give them feedback. Okay, so it was the food. It was the 3% food. It was also, that would also explain why I wasn't fucking critting anything. I was like, what the hell, man? Why are my numbers poop? Okay, so all of my power builds that I've been running for years and years and years and years and years, chat, that I never made build videos on, well, I kind of made one on the rifle version. Those seem to still be in the game. So, if you need something to run for today, just go grab the build that I was literally running on Sunday, and it'll work fine, but you change one trait. Yeah, I don't even think you need to run full support gear. I think you just take like half minstrels or whatever and you're fine. I actually think there's probably a really, really OP support version of this where you just run like sword, and all the support traits and like Plague Doctor's gear with like bleeding duration runes in PvE, and you can probably do like 20k just auto attacking. Rifle looks exactly the same because really the only thing that changed on rifle was the one explosion gets a stack of burning now, right? I know you're probably asking in terms of like PvE, but all the rifle shots aren't explosions except for the 3. So it really doesn't change that much. Rifle's always been good. Like rifle is the best build for Bladesworn in PvP for sure because Lush Forest is broken. And rifle can reload its stuff just like pistol can reload its stuff. All right, cool. So if you need something to run for today, chat, let me grab this off a notepad. This won't be the correct traits, but my Bladesworn build that I've been running for 5 years is still fine. You just change the minor trait on this to the top version, and you're good. Like right here. Unseen Sword is now up here instead of down here. Okay. Time to ruin everything. Let's go. Definitely gonna run a different relic. Well, maybe. Other than Rivers. So right now we're sitting at 100% boon duration. Well, 100% quickness duration. Oh, but I have to switch off this. I'm gonna have to find a clever way to get movement speed. There's no movement speed condition condition rune in the game either. There's only links in PvP. That's really interesting. I might take a break and we might, not now, but like we might take a break between now. I might go to the gym, try to get a nap, come back, make sure my house isn't burning down, and then like stream tonight. MMO Nomad, sorry I missed that. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, dude. 14 minutes ago. Too up my own ass right now, chat, but I think after 5 years I get to do that. This doing 3 stacks of burning if it hits you is silly. That's insane poke for 900 range. That's really good. Can I DPS test Zealot Guild? I can't because I'm not good at DPS. I'm sure you could, like the... Here's the thing, 12. What's Zealots anyway? What's it under? My Paragon that runs almost full grieving and like healing power on like the infusions, the runes, like for PvE, already has like a 18, I think it got nerfed down to 15 or 16k Selly build or something. I don't, like for PvE, I don't see a universe where you don't run Selly gear though, because it gives concentration and expertise. Yeah, I don't see a universe where you don't run Celestial unless the numbers on condition are just nuts. Maybe you run Ritualist. Maybe you run Ritualist. Yo, what's Zealot's gear under? Maybe you run Ritualist for this shit. Right? Because what are we critting at right now? Like 5? I guess I'll do the thing where I stack Might. I'll give it a fair shot. What do we get to here? I really don't like that doesn't give. Did I just not get flow? Okay, I did. I don't like that I don't get flow when I swap out a Gunsaber now, man. Ugh. I guess not everything can be the Paragon trait. We're gonna get like 3k with max might, like power hits, which is down from 7. I don't think you sacrifice your relic slot for 16% boon duration. I think there's a better way to get boon duration, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you do go full Zealot's gear with, what's it called? if you're only doing burning damage, the Herald Relic. That's a possibility. Hello, Dual Pistol Man. How are you today? Alright, stack some Vuln. Stack some Vuln. Because here's the other thing, chat. If you're running Condi, right? Critting kind of doesn't matter. I mean, you could already make a solo world unkillable build. Just run Selly and take all the support crap. Like every single one of Silhouette's open world best build is just Selly and whatever you want. No offense, I love the dude. Selly's just cracked. Yeah, I've been wanting something, right, JT? And we got something for sure. Like, no joke, chat. I'm not even memeing. My favorite part about this patch so far is that the Gunsaber's fucking red when you take the Condi trade now. Like, I'm not even kidding, man. I'm not even kidding. It just... actually crazy. But here's the thing, right? Like, you already have a good amount of Fury, and this isn't really doing much for you with the Condi trait. Like, this feels better because this actually adds something, which is now your shit isn't blindable. Like, your 4 stacks of burning against thieves is now not blindable, right? So, unsure which one's really better right now. We'll see. It seems like just getting might more reliably seems like the play, especially if you keep the might when you're dumped into Gunsaber at the end of it, which has always been like the secret low-key OP part of Bladesworn. Hello, sir. Shout out to Kunives, who is now in the party. Alright, like, you have to charge longer, but just getting the might to then throw onto all your other skills. Oh, you can hang out, man. Welcome, test shit. Click your stuff, it's fun. Yeah, if you're only my Gunsaber got changed, Kunives. Only mine gets turned red. Everybody else's in the game is the normal color. It's so weird, right? We'll let him discover on his own, chat, since he clearly has not been listening at the stream at all. Yeah, it's the infusion, dude. You gotta go get it. Go do Harvest Temple. The Lotus infusion makes it red. Nobody tell him. I'm gonna be jumping at the end of that so much because of how my keybinds are. I might have to add a delay. Who knows? It's the Condi trait. Your add-up traits change the color of your Gunsaber now, or your minor traits. Sorry. The first row of selectable traits color your Gunsaber. If you're running Condi, it's red. If you're running support, it's this weird, like, white-yellow. And if you're running power, it's the same color. I know, man. They listened. It's incredible. I'm so stoked. So you're basically... effectively, if you're running the Condi version, you're moving around your damage from doing about 4,000 power damage to 4,000 Condi damage. What's it called? Still kind of hits like a truck. These are good changes. These are not overtuned, at least for the Condi version. I still think the support version is mad OP. It's very cool. considering this is our entire class and we can't customize the look of it. I'm very happy with... If we had gotten nothing else and they had literally only changed the fact that you can color your fucking gunsaber slashes now, okay with it. Like, not even joking. How do we run overcharged cartridges, chat? How do we run overcharged cartridges? I gotta unbind, like, my dodge button. Because the problem is, chat, I play on a controller, right? Because I'm insane. So, my... What's it called? My, why is it so... Ew. Why is my controller so sticky, chat? It's because of the piece of electrical tape that I took off is fucking left residue. So, if I'm holding my left trigger, right? I mean, we have a Casa, which adds the little balls on the end, which is cool. So you can color. But if I'm holding my left trigger and I go into gunsaber to use the 5, or left bumper, I guess. I literally have it muscle memoried so hard I can't remember what my buttons are. Like, left bumper and 5 is my teleport. But then if I release left bumper as I teleport and I'm mashing 5, it does like... Or no, it's with trigger guard. Sorry, this is my jump. My 4 and my 5. So it's this, and then if I let go of it, if I'm mashing 4, it like jumps like that. Okay. So I just got to be careful of that. Yeah, we're cooking. What the fuck? I can't cook? This is horse shit. I'm trademarking "get cooked" as a phrase now when you kill something. That feels so fucking strange, dude. Your guildmate who's having fun, who usually plays Luminaries, having fun with Guild Bladesworn. I'm glad they're having fun, man. What did I just throw in that? Was that a frog? Jesus. Poor kunaives. What do you throw in this pot? Just like find shit? Is that a bomb? Is it Choya? What the hell? I think that was a frog. I think Kunev's just threw a frog in this thing. What's up, Kale? How are you? Alright. Alright. And you know what? Thieves even got some sauce today, so be happy. I don't think there's a world where you don't build power damage on this. I just have to figure out a way to get even more Condi damage while retaining my boon duration. I think power damage is less of, or at least for the time being, my builds are going to largely stay strength defense. But like I don't think there's a world where you don't run defense, right? It just did it. Especially with Shieldmaster still in the game. But there's going to be a lot of muscle memory to learn with the 2 and the not jumping when you're doing the Dragon Slash. This is going to be funny. There's going to be a lot of muscle memory to learn where you're like walking around and then you jump, or you cast and jump like that, like so it doesn't get stuck on tiny fucking rocks. It seems like also they might have unfucked some of the pathing on this, where if you're like behind a tree, it might actually go around the tree a little bit. I think did that just go through the tree? Holy shit. No way. No fucking way. No way, dude. True test of sustained minstrels. Necro won that because it goes through armor. Okay, it still doesn't go through trees. That's good. Interesting. So much damage on the 2. I wouldn't be surprised if that gets nerfed. I would not be surprised if that gets nerfed. Not at all. That seems like a lot of damage on the 2. 600, 700, 400. And I don't have max burning duration, so what is that? Like, about 2,000 damage, so plus like 1,500 with no might, plus might. Yeah, that's like 5,000 burning damage on the 2. with max might and max condition duration. That's a little silly. That's a little silly for sure. Look at this Nug guy, not even repping the guild. This man. This chicken owner. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Like, I don't know if this fundamentally adds a new playstyle to Bladesworn. I'm sure somebody's going to come up with something. Like, Rabid Gear just, like, inherently feels like a problem, right? Like, Rabid Gear or Rabid Amulet in the game and things like that, like Trailblazers, feel like a problem with this. Oh, Captain Crabface has to be ecstatic, man. This is the... literally, chat, I am not joking. This is the biggest... Aside from the one where they made Fast Hands baseline, I think they've been cooking on this patch for, like, 2 years. Like, I literally think... Perfect song for this. I think they have been cooking on this patch for 2 effing years, at least, because... they wanted to see how the Fast Hands change landed. Roy teased this back in January. And we literally got, like, 20 new versions of skills today. Which is basically them adding a weapon outside of a full development cycle. Like... this is really interesting. And again, I would love to know behind the scenes their development pipeline and what gets shelved and what they wanted to do forever but really couldn't do till they got the Guild Wars 3 announcement out of the way, right? I literally think that they have been cooking on this for a very long time. I hope they at least bring the staff animation back, the block. That didn't instacast, that's weird. What did I how did I cancel that? Why can't I just throw out Dragon Trigger 3s anymore? Why does this self-cancel itself? Okay, so chat, I'm doing a thing right now that you do on Bladesworn, where as soon as you go into 2, like the F2, you throw out a charge. And it's just not working right now. That's kind of integral to your playstyle. You actually have to go into the stance now. Which is weird, and it wasn't there before. I'm gonna take a GIF of this. Hold on. So I can maybe report this. Record GIF. Go into stance. There's actually charging it. Changes a pretty hype, Coolster. I want to see if that happens with all of the other slashes as well. It does not appear to. It's going to be a long GIF. This is very hard as well. Yeah, you actually have to sheath the gun saber now. You have to let the F2 cast, which is weird. Casting 2 instantly. Knives, can you pull out, like, go into Dragon Trigger stance, and as soon as you... Here, I'll do it on my keyboard. Okay, it doesn't happen with the 2, but it seems to happen with the 1 and the 3, which are the ones they changed. Alright, we have footage. So it's to all Bladesworn enjoyers now. If you are going into Gunsaber and immediately mashing the 3 or the 1, they won't come out instantly, but the 2 will. So if I had to pick one, I would say that the 2 should, but you can kind of self-cancel the 1, like with the 1 and the 3. So just be careful of that. Yeah. Yeah, just be real careful. It might be a muscle memory thing. Okay. Yeah, report that voted if you see me post that on the forums. You know, maybe they'll add a hideous fucking disgusting delay. I don't even know if I want to report that, because what happens if they just add a delay to the 1 and the 3 now? Although realistically it doesn't work because of the animation stuff they changed, so... yeah. I'll wait for that to finish rendering. Oh, it borked all my shit when I tried to take that GIF. Hang on, chat. You may be fucked. Come on, easy GIF capture. Can I say GIF more in trigger chat? Wait, what? Did it? What's going on? Easy GIF capture isn't easy, it glitched out. Okay, we gotta recapture chat. Build up some Bladesworn juice. Yeah, definitely. There we go. Alright. Rifle heal Bladesworn. Oh, it's gonna be annoying for sure. I mean, you can just... Honestly, chat, if you want to be annoying, just put on Minstrel's gear. Just go be a menace. If that's your goal. Because Minstrel gear is just broken. Wait, did this not record again? I'm gonna be upset. I don't know, chat. What we got in the gem store? We have plaid shorts. Sick. How am I supposed to vote with my wallet? Minstrel gear ruins the game. Healing power shouldn't have that much condition or concentration on it. Been over this bar. Been over this. Yeah, it didn't record. God damn it, dude. Let me record my bug and submit it. Fuck you, game. Probably tired and hungry. There we go. Damage this idiot. Taking a very long time without using skills to kill this thing. There we go. Turns out burning's better than bleeding. Okay, we are recording. And then how did I do the 3? That. we go. Hopefully that worked. Sorry. What's up, Mel? How are you? All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. My brain is shot, chat. We were waiting so long for these changes. Holy shit. And they do have build-in equipment templates on sale today, which I find very funny. Nice! Congrats on not having classes today. Got a nap, man. I need a nap. Less smoky outside yet? Jesus. Actually, I'm not gonna buy these. No offense, these look bad. But maybe just on chicks. Not a fan. Not everything's for everybody, though. Yes, I'd like to discard the previous project. Okay. Sorry for dropping frames, chat. And GPU's doing other things. Alright. Save as... GT... Going full Condi isn't bad, but going full Condi is like... I don't see there's a universe where you... Condi stats are weird, Kunaives. And I know you probably don't play a lot of Condi classes, but Condi is kind of balanced, at least in World versus World. By it not really having, like... You know how there's, like, Diviner's Gear where that has full concentration? There are some good Condi stats, especially, like, Ritualist, right? But I don't... If you're going full Condi, I would go something like Ritualist, because something like Trailblazers or something like Celestial Gear, even with the sword changes, Warrior doesn't really have a good alternative Condi option. You could probably do like sword with arms and it would be okay. I don't in PvP maybe carrying, yeah, but I would go grieving, right? But maybe I'm coped up on 5 years of like playing the same build essentially. I just like offhand sword doesn't really add Condi damage, it adds utility with the poke and the block. If the stars align, you can get the rip, but it doesn't ever happen. And Torch isn't a real weapon. So, if you're going full Condi, you still probably want to run Pistol because of overcharged cartridges. And Pistol, all of Pistol's power damage is like... Or all of Pistol's damage is power damage without overcharged cartridges on. So, you're still going to want to have some power damage if you want to kill anything. Right? That's what I gotta shout out Mel too. I don't think my shout out command works, chat. It's all right. I'll fix that and everything else over the break. The changes are good. They're not perfect. Obviously, nothing is, I guess. Like, do you kind of see what I'm saying, Kunevs? You would go like your Condi weapons are sword and pistol, right? Because there isn't anything else. Like longbow isn't a real weapon without the F1. You could try it, since 2 of the skills on it are explosions. But like, no joke, Gunsaber is your best Condi weapon now. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you could, like, if somebody doesn't cleanse your Condis, you're gonna kill them. But then you need, like, an insane cover Condi, which you would get, essentially, from running something like a Sigil of Frailty, Arms, that gives you vuln and bleeding, cover Condi for the burning, because what you're killing somebody realistically is not burning, like with is not burning, or is not bleeding, it's burning. So you need insane cover Condi, and the best cover Condi in the game comes from the bleeding trait that's in arms and Sigil of Frailty, which adds vulnerability. Yeah, it's interesting for sure. I don't know, try it. Try full Trailblazer's Bladesworn and see if you kill anything ever. Or if you're just an immovable rock now. We didn't even look at the dagger stuff. Let me throw on a dagger real quick. I want to see what Hushblade looks like, which is just a badass name. Because they changed this. Hushblade look like. Not bad. Doesn't have 2 charges. Would have liked the 2 charges. Kind of missed the super stab. It also doesn't feel like 300 range. Yeah, I feel like that wasn't enough of a buff. What's this do? Daze now for Spellbreaker? And it used to reflect projectiles. Hushblade is bad. Yeah, definitely try it. I mean, Selly Bladesworn's a good starting point. It's definitely... I would hope it's not my end point for this. I mean, if Selly still gave... What's it called? Bleeding and burning, it would definitely be your port of... Or... Jesus, I can't talk today. I'm sorry, guys. Concentration expertise, it would definitely be your port of call. Kunaz, you gonna stream right now? We can get some frog action. I need to go away and process, dude. Make sure my house isn't on fire. You can get Condi damage from infusions as well. Yeah, this is so much. This is so much, man. Is it storming there? Hopefully it storms here. Hopefully it doesn't just light all the smog on fire. Fog, are you gonna stream after this? So what are the lowest... We can theorycraft a little more, chat. What are the lowest cooldown stun breaks right now? We have Stomp, which is terrible without discipline. We have Shake It Off. And we have Dragon Spike Mine, which for some reason still doesn't fucking remove Immobilize by default. And I really want to run this, but that's never going to happen now. You have to take Shake It Off. If you're running one stun break, you have to take Shake It Off, because of course you do. What else would you put on your bar? And then you swap out, like, overcharge cartridges. You will stream your lunch. I'll raid into you if you stream your lunch. I'll do it. Don't tempt me. Go watch Frog eat lunch, chat. I don't know, guys. Is there anything else you really want to see? Like... Yeah, I know it's a little anticlimactic after 5 fucking years, but I gotta go away and think, man. Oh, I know you're kidding. That's why I'm calling your bluff. Holy crap. Yeah, my brain's kind of got a process, guys. I think... Yeah. I think we go away and test and think, and maybe I'll be back tonight. If not, I'll be back on Friday. I'd like to stream more, but like the patch getting pushed really screwed my schedule. So I want to see which other of my like probably everybody's streaming right now. 1v Zerg on Bladesworn. We'll see. Is Cam doing things? Kind of want to raid into Cam because he raided into me the other night. No, we're gonna raid into Captain Crapface because this man is gonna be doing warrior things, and is a friend of the channel, and I would like to try to show him some love. We're gonna raid this man. Again, sorry for the shorter stream. I'm gonna try to be back as soon as I can. I want to make sure I'm not killing my voice. I can already feel it, and I don't want to muckluck myself. Poor guy really hurt his voice. So thank you for joining. This has been a very brief interlude to the future of this channel forever. Condi Bladesworn now, or just everything, because we have so many, we have options, which is great. So we'll hit this up, and yeah, I would like to be back later. But yeah, like, subscribe, all that nonsense. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, pay it forward. Go check out Kunai, Smell, everybody who's shown up, Homage, Engel, really great people. And say hi to Captain Crepface. Yeah. Shout out to ArenaNet also for doing this. Thank you. Thank you for taking feedback. Can't stress that enough. Thank you, ArenaNet. Genuinely mean it. I'm dying. My voice is dying, but I genuinely mean it. All right. See you, chat. Have a good one, YouTube. Peace out.